Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Life of Pre. It is a Monday morning, but it started off pretty well because this morning I got to have a networking event with the technology lead at Corteva, and it went really well. I really enjoyed speaking with her, learned a lot about the industry, about her position, and just kind of what to expect moving forward from a PhD into the industry in general. So I look forward to connecting with her more in the future and seeing where, this mentorship program continues onward too. With that, I now have to head to the greenhouse because me and the postdoc are going to check on my transgenics and see which ones are ready to be dissected, meaning we're going to open them up and get out the tiny spikelet at this stage. And don't worry, I'll get several pictures because you're probably a little confused about what I mean. And pictures always make everything better. So yeah, it's going to be a long day if we do those dissections, but a good day. So let's get to it. And here are the 4 lucky plants that get to go on a joyride with me from the greenhouse to the lab for the dissections. On the way, though, we did have to stop at VetMed to pick up new tweezers because this is a very careful process, and the meristem is tiny, as you're about to see here. Now, the first step is to find the node, which you can see here is this tiny bit that was actually under the soil. You go to the very bottom of the first tiller and you cut that, and from there you start taking it apart using those tweezers right under the microscope. Now, once we get to the meristem, which I've circled here, as you can see is tiny, we then need to score it. We use what is called the Waddington score to allow all scientists to know what we're talking about when we say it's at 2.5 or 3.25. And for my experiment, we want it to be at 3.25, which means it's a little bit more defined, but the terminal spikelet has not been developed yet. Now, in spikelets, it's a determinate number, meaning that once the terminal spikelet has formed at the very top, no more spikelets are going to form on the spike. And for my expression work, I want to check the expression of my gene before the terminal spikelet has been developed. So let's take a look at some of the meristems. And here is our first example. And can I just say I was quite pleased with how some of these pictures turned out. Taking a picture through a microscope lens with your phone camera is not the easiest thing in the world. But yeah, here is the first meristem. It's pretty undeveloped still, probably call it a 2. Here's the second one, also about the same stage. You see little nodes forming, but they're not defined, so probably also 2. And then this last one here is still vegetative stage. So none of these are at the stage I want, and I hope you get an appreciation of just how tiny these things really are. With them not being at the right stage, though, we do have to reconvene tomorrow and make a new plan for when exactly we're going to do these dissections. Maybe wait until they're at 6 leaves instead of 5. I then spend the rest of the day making this box and then counting spikelet number per spike on my harvested spikes from Tulelake, which is, a bunch of fun, but at least easy work and necessary data. Okay, people, and that is a wrap for Monday. Even though we didn't really get a lot of dissections done, I did get good practice on that, and tomorrow I will double check a few more plants and we'll decide from there when we'll do the dissections exactly. We have a very high suspicion that it's not going to be until Friday or even Monday of next week. But hey, that means I get to focus on other stuff like getting spikelet number per spike, 1,000 kernel weight for my Tulelake plants. So yeah, it's all good. There's always something to do. There's never a dull moment. With that, I'm going to sign off here and go eat some dinner. So see y'all tomorrow.